A lot of producers were challenging me and arguing with me when I tweeted about this, and a lot of them were demanding proof. All right, here the fuck we go. Let's be honest, you're not gonna find these videos anywhere else. Why? Because I make them. So it would really help me out if you subscribe. If you've already subscribed, what also really helps is if you like the video and leave a comment. It's hard in the era of clickbait videos on YouTube and negativity in the producer community, and I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Wouldn't you love to rank your beat video #1 on a highly competitive keyword? I know I would. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous of the producers who are ranking #1 on, J. Cole type beat, Drake type beat, Lil Baby type beat, all those highly competitive, highly searched keywords. So how are producers even doing this? I was curious, and I'm always preaching reverse engineering, so I went to look at, what these producers were doing. I did this last week so the rankings would change. I did that intentionally so no one goes and looks it up. I'm not trying to expose anybody in this video, but I looked up Drake type beat and clicked on the #1 ranking beat video. Obviously, if you have a #1 ranking video on Drake type beat, you assume the producer's doing pretty well, right? Well, I clicked on the video. I saw that it had under 40 comments, and I immediately knew something was up, because you're #1 on one of the most competitive beat keywords globally, and you have only 40 comments. So I went a little deeper and I clicked on the actual beat link. So I went directly to that person's beat store to look up the stats on that beat, and I saw that they only had 77 views on that beat, and it had been uploaded a couple days prior. So the beat I uploaded to my channel that very day, it had only been up for a day, which at the time had under 300 YouTube views, which is terrible. It had 84 plays on my beat store. So my video, which was ranking on 0 keyword, it had terrible YouTube views, had more plays in a shorter period of time than the #1 ranking Drake type beat on the entire YouTube platform. So what's going on? Do you know what's going on? I think I know what's going on. Do you? Producers are buying fake views, and I don't blame them. I blame YouTube. I blame their algorithm. We don't know what the algorithm is. They're not transparent about it. The algorithm makes producers feel like they have to buy fake views just to compete and rank and get their videos recommended, and they may be right. Now, hopefully you know me as the producer that's gonna tell the truth, even if it's an uncomfortable truth, an inconvenient or unpopular truth. I'm just telling you what's happening. I'm not judging it. I'm not encouraging it. I'm describing it. That's it. And producers get reactive when I bring this topic up, and I can't stop you from getting emotional about the topic of fake views and what I'm about to say in the video. But my opinion is that getting upset about this is a waste of your energy, a big waste of your energy. A lot of producers were challenging me and arguing with me when I tweeted about this, and a lot of them were demanding proof. All right, here the fuck we go. So again, I'm not gonna be exposing YouTube channels, saying names. I know this is happening. I know people who do it. I'll speak on my own experience with it. I'm gonna have to make 2 videos, but I'm not criticizing or exposing producers for buying fake views. I know people are probably mad as hell watching this. When I tweeted about it, producers were upset, like I said. They swore up and down I was making this up. Now, here are some examples. I blurred out as many details as I could, but this is all public, so you can, and I encourage you to do this. Do your own research with some top ranking keywords. So let's look at this first video, and this is, I did it the best job I could blurring everything out. This is out of respect. I'm not judging this producer for doing this. Clearly what they're doing is working because they're ranking #1 and they're getting a lot of views, and potentially they're building up an organic following. So in this first video, you see someone with under 300 subscribers, and they're getting over 16,000 views with only 7 comments if you exclude the channel owner's comment. Now, I did my research on ratios, right? Research finds that every 1,000 views results in an average of 5 comments. That means this should have 80 comments. 5 times 16 is 80. Even if we cut that in half, just to be really, really fair, even if we cut that in thirds, it's still way higher. Let's look at another one. This beat video received over 1,000 views in just 5 hours with only 11,000 subscribers. Now, back to ratios. please, you know, if any of this stuff, makes you feel skeptical, research this yourself. Look up these ratios yourself. The ratio that I found is that the average viewer to subscriber ratio is 14%, right? This is way above that ratio. Now, some people might say, well, okay, ads. They're probably just buying ads. They're not buying fake views, they're buying ads because, you know, I thought the whole fake view thing died years ago, right? People stopped getting fake views because they don't work. YouTube will shut your channel down. Fake views don't actually rank you on any keywords. Fake views have no benefit. YouTube is smarter than that. Well, they could be ads, but ads are based on a bid system. And there's a long delay, there's a whole approval process. So if they uploaded the beat 5 hours ago, there's no way the ad would have been approved and started delivering that quickly for them to get 1,000 views right off top and then rank. So here's the big question. Can this work? Can buying fake views work? I have to say yes, it could. I'll explain why. So, you know, obviously if you consistently rank #1 on the Drake type beat keyword, yes, this will lead to real subscribers and potentially real customers. This is the part that people don't get. A lot of people think that buying views is all about looking cool and manufacturing popularity. Fuck popularity. That people want to make a living out here the way they did 10 years ago, and I understand that. I used to upload a beat to my YouTube channel, and it, you know, like once a week, and it would get 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 plays just because it was being shown to people who were searching for it. Nowadays, that's not really how the search works. And also, I want to be transparent too about, you know, my videos that have done well. None of those have done well because I bought fake views on them. I've had a couple beats go viral on YouTube, and it was never from fake views. So I can understand when people say, well, this method doesn't work, because there are a lot of people that are like, well, I bought fake views once or twice and it didn't work. You can't do anything once or twice or half-heartedly or incorrectly and then claim that it doesn't work. It doesn't work depending on how you do it. If you choose the fake views method, it's going to take a lot of work. This is my opinion. This is my honest feeling about all this stuff based on all the conversations I've had with people, everything I've observed. It's not a shortcut to success. It's not just you spend a couple dollars on fake views and suddenly, you know, you're making 6 figures off your beats. A lot of people are doing it, which makes it competitive, really competitive. You need good beats. You need beats that are relevant to the keyword you're targeting. You need lots of the good beats. You know, you need a consistent uploading schedule, and you need to spend probably a few $100s a month, maybe $500 to $1,000 a month, depending on the keyword you're targeting. This is an educated guess on my part. I would imagine that this is how it would go. Please correct me if you've done this yourself, because I've never used a full-on strategy with fake views. I've actually been paying for YouTube ads, so I have a different experience, but I'm guessing that the fake view strategy would go something like this. You pick a highly competitive keyword with a high search volume, such as Drake type beat, J. Cole type beat, trap type beat. You make 3 to 5 of these beats a week and upload them all at the right time of day. You gotta do all this research on when to upload. Like, this stuff isn't just, you know, as easy as uploading a random beat whenever you want to YouTube. And then you pay for a few thousand views, high retention views on each of them. Every single time you upload right away, you have to do it immediately, because the views have to kick in within, I would guess, around the first 5 hours of the video being uploaded. Then you do this over and over again, and you do it for months. So you got to spend some money, and YouTube will start ranking your video and recommending your video, and that will lead to real subscribers, real viewers, real traffic to your beat store. But understand this, ranking does not guarantee sales. It doesn't guarantee success. YouTube views aren't everything, so just don't get caught up in the appearances of it all and end up getting discouraged. You can do this. Again, there are plenty of producers out there making a living without YouTube. Without YouTube, right? I was frustrated with my views. I still am. They've declined, and I believed as many others do, that YouTube prioritizes newer channels and just hates older channels. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily true, because a lot of newer channels that seem to be blowing up out of nowhere, as I showed you, are probably buying fake views based on their view to comment ratio, or based on their view to subscriber ratio, or based on how many views they're getting in a certain amount of time. It just doesn't add up. But I did want to try creating a new channel anyway, and I did, and I got a bunch of weird data back. So stay tuned, because I'm going to make a part 2 where I talk about creating my new channel. I talk about my experience with buying fake views. So get ready to be surprised and probably a little confused. But in conclusion, YouTube's not the only way, but we do have to accept that competition on YouTube, plus their algorithmic changes over the years, have made things difficult for beat channels. It may be because YouTube is just sick of type beat channels, because type beat channels depend on shorter content. So YouTube's not making as much money off of ad revenue for a 3-minute video, a beat video. It could be because our goal from a beat video is to take people outside of the platform to our beatstars, which YouTube doesn't like. They want to keep viewers on the platform so they can continue making more money. It could be all of the above. It could be that they're sick of the content ID stuff. I don't know. I don't think they're sick of the content ID stuff. They're making a killing off of it. But again, I'm describing what's happening in the producer space. Some channels are buying fake views. I know they are. I'm not saying names, because I honestly don't care. If it works, it works. But I'm gonna consistently talk about organic ways to increase your views, and I talk about this all the time: the keyword research, the SEO optimization. All of this stuff is important. Even if you go out and buy fake views or run paid ads, you still want to optimize all of your videos and make sure that you understand SEO and improve your overall searchability. So that's why, like, it's not something anyone should get upset over. It's just what's happening. It might change. I'm going to talk a lot more about these websites that sell fake views in the next video. That's the part that I think gets a little tricky, and that maybe we should be upset about. I was upset about some of it, and I'll tell you about that. So stay tuned for that. Leave a bunch of argumentative comments about why buying fake views is trash and why I'm full of shit below, please. And I appreciate you and I appreciate you tuning in. Lots of success to you, whatever methods you use, as long as they're moral. And I don't think buying fake views is immoral. I mean, like, let's not even get into the stuff YouTube does, the grimy stuff YouTube does, right? Like, you're not screwing people over. You're screwing over an algorithm that's already screwed you over. So do what you got to do. Much success to you. Till next time. Peace.